Alright lads, so announced this morning we have the Autumn Dew summons returning. In this case, Parasol, Ikkaku, Gin, and also Rukia are set to return. Your next chance to potentially get them in case you wanted them when they first came out. And I know a lot of people, myself included to be fair, do want to get their hands on Rukia, because this banner has been requested quite often. When is it returning? Well, the day is tomorrow. It will be lasting until the 13th, and keep in mind, while this banner is out, we will be getting Kyogei's rerun. So Kyogei, Eburn, and Bambietta are set to return once more, and in their case, their banner will be dropping on the 8th. The filler pool's already been data mined courtesy of Hiken. It is set to feature Bambi, Kyogei, Eburn, Busby, Candice, Arskin, Gimrasai, Kenpachi, and also Byakuya. It's a full 1000-year Blood War banner, and I don't say that banner is also potentially worth summoning on if you do actually want the characters, as is with this one. This is what the filler pool is looking like. It does feature, for the most part, majority Linksaur farmers or Super Linksaur farmers. Now, to be fair, that in of itself has already lost a bit of value in the sense that there's already so many Super Linksaur farmers and Linksaur farmers, they aren't special anymore. But that's what these characters do offer, so if you are missing them, it might be good to pick them up. Although, keep in mind, considering these are the best of the filler pool, the swimsuit characters Isane, Nelia, and Momo, they're most likely going to be featured in the upcoming swimsuit banner this year in June. So if you don't get them now, you'll potentially get them later on with new set of swimsuit characters. For those that are potentially wondering, since this banner has now gotten a rerun, in like 3 or so months time, we might see them return again. This time though, as actual fillers. Usually seasonal characters do become fillers after like 6-ish months. They might not get put into a good banner for a very long time, but understand seasonal characters like this aren't as rare as 1000-year Blood War characters. You will get opportunities to pull for these characters sometime in the future, most likely when they become fillers, maybe in tickets, more so pay tickets. But if you are interested in summoning this banner, I would only recommend summoning on it if you have plenty of orbs to spare, because of course, as of right now, you should mainly be saving for 1000-year Blood War. Those are the super limited characters, and more often than not, some of the better characters in the game. These characters are great, more so Rukia and Ikkaku, and if you are missing Rukia and Ikkaku, they're the reasons why you would want to pull. Gil is a good character, but he doesn't offer anything unique. He is definitely the most lackluster of the three, but Rukia and Ikkaku still hold up really well, especially Rukia, considering that she is a limit breaker character, and as of right now, we still don't really have a good power character. So actually having a look at the characters once more, in Rukia's case, what could have been one of the best characters in the entire game, unfortunately got held back due to Caleb's management on how her SA2 does work. She is a ranged character, so all of her attacks are ranged except her SA2, which is a heal attack. It heals your team, it does damage, but it's a melee attack, and that can sometimes hurt it in quests like Limit Breaker and most importantly Guild quests. Other than that though, she has a great set of strong attacks and a really high damage output thanks to her Frenzy +2, increased chance to inflict status augments, and that does help her get an 80% SP boost. In addition to that, she does more damage to frozen enemies, and she also does have the Rampage skill, so this character can hit really hard, even at special move level 1 out of 5. If you're a Rukia fan, this is almost a must-have character to get in my opinion, especially considering how good she actually is, and this will definitely keep you occupied until Barcade Rukia potentially comes out later this year, maybe for the 9th anniversary. As a power character, she stands at the top as the most powerful power character in the game. Really good in Limit Breaker. She's been more useful in Limit Breaker more often than not. I believe at this point, since her introduction, she's been meta in 3 different types of Limit Breaker. Whenever you can bring a power character or potentially 2 power characters like this current Limit Breaker quest, Ruka's always going to be good since she does have the built-in recharge in between stages. Besides the fact that she looks visually beautiful, she's overall a very strong character, and it's for this character alone that I might be doing 2 steps on the individual just to try and test my luck and try and get her in the discounted steps. Moving on to Ikkaku, very simple character. He is going to be your super Linksaur farmer. The way he was designed is that he's the fastest super Linksaur farmer in the mind attribute as of right now. Not the safest. Balgo definitely has that advantage over him, but if you don't mind occasionally dying every now and then, just reviving, he does clear really fast, and it's thanks to his damage output. For starters, he has Frenzy +2 with a 60% Berserker. His soul trait is damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment plus 30%, and he can also, most importantly, go through Iron Skin. He pierces it. So with his good damage output, with the fact that he can go through Iron Skin, and he has a good set of strong attacks, he's pretty much guaranteed to clear inheritance trials super quick, and that's what you want with a character like this because he is the farming character. He does increase the heart droplet drop rate by 30%. He does give you +5 heart Linksaur potions and also +5 heart super Linksaur potions. So if you are looking for a heart super Linksaur farmer, Ikkaku right now is the best that you can actually get, especially given he's a lot more available when compared to another great farmer, that being Balgo and Asushi, a Burn the Witch super limited time character. Plus, to a certain extent, he does feel a tad bit fresh, because when do you ever get to play with Ikkaku, especially in a dripped out outfit that we see with this particular character? And then the last character to talk about of the two, we have Gin. Now, Gin, I think, is just a solid character, but he doesn't excel in anything that makes him stand out. Rukia is the Limit Breaker character. She has insane damage output with almost no problems besides that SC2, which only hurts her really in guild quests and the occasional Limit Breaker quest. Ikkaku is a super elixir farmer. He's the best in his attribute, where Gin, though, you know, speed is already such a stacked attribute. It's very hard for you to actually use him in quests unless you're a massive Gin fan. He is a good character. He comes with Frenzy +2. When at full stamina, he has 60% more damage. He does more damage to weakened enemies. He has an increased chance to inflict status ailments. His SA2 provides a barrier, and that allows him to stay at full stamina, in which he also gets more recharge. He's immune to every status ailment. He's a very safe character. Like, there's almost nothing wrong with him besides maybe a strong attack hit, but he doesn't really do anything bad per se. He's just clearing content, maybe at a slower pace, but definitely at a safe pace. It's very hard for you to die with this character, and you can definitely get a lot of usage out of him. It mostly just comes down to if you are a Gin fan. If you aren't a massive Gin fan, then this character really doesn't offer much on your account. I have him, and I'm gonna be honest, I've never used him since its introduction. And it sucks more because, again, Rukia and Ikkaku are really good characters that have their unique niche, where they're the best at that niche, and then you have Gin that's just kind of just there. Not to say he's a bad character, he is good. I do value him as an S-tier character, but he is also just there at the same time, like, doesn't do anything super special. As for the filler pool, though, quickly going through them since they have been in the game for quite some time now. Isane is a epic raid farmer. You can, of course, also use Inheritance Zone when it is on a 2x drop rate, but most of the time, you want to take it into epic raids. She buffs your team, she can heal your team with a charge strong attack 3, does a respect amount of damage for a links or farmer, and keep in mind she is a farmer. She gives you +5 potions and also 30% more droplets. Really good epic raid farmer, especially if you want to farm with Isane. Again, Isane is a character that basically has no good characters in the game besides this one, and the fact that she's in a swimsuit is kind of cool. I like this character. Always like using it every now and then when I do take it into epic raids. Momo is a super links or farmer. Not really that good in inheritance trials, but you definitely can just use it to get carried, boost your team, can be good in epic raids, and also can be quite useful in the ranged no affiliation guild quests. Neliel is a super linkswap farmer, mainly can use in epic raids. Maybe you can use it in inheritance trials where she wants to be used in, but she's definitely not nearly as good as someone like Ikkaku and Bargo. At this point, she's probably the worst super linkswap farmer in the mind attribute. Definitely doesn't offer that much enjoyable gameplay given her lack of range. But just having a super linkswap farmer can open you up to getting carried in other lobbies, so again, good to have if you are lacking other super linkswap farmers. Rukia is a sword pick killer. Doesn't really offer much, low damage output, not really the best set of strong attacks. Retsu is more so, again, a linkswap farmer, can use in epic raids, can use her in inheritance zone. In epic raids, she is quite good since her soul bomb does actually apply weakened defense with weakening and also can heal your team too. Has that good value in the speed attribute. And then Lisa is a linkswap farmer for the heart attribute, farming mine linkswap potions, not really that good, super outdated. Definitely way better heart linkswap characters out there. Of course, with that though, the banner itself, step 1, 6, 11, 16, and 21 are discounted at 150 orbs. Step 2, 7, 12, 17, and 22 are discounted at 200 orbs, and every 5th step does guarantee you a featured character. In my opinion, if you are missing Rukia and Ikkaku, is definitely a good banner to try and pick them up. I wouldn't recommend going super deep though. At most, maybe do 5 steps, maybe the extra discount, go to step 7. Test your luck. If you get them, that's great. If you don't, move on to the next banner. At the same time, if you haven't really pulled on that many banners since the start of the year, I have skipped most banners, only doing 2 steps on the most recent end of month banner. I myself might just do 2 steps, discounted steps, test my luck. If I get them again, I'll be happy. If not, I won't be too fussed about it because I didn't invest much orbs into this banner, only spending 350 orbs. Rukia and Ikkaku are definitely good characters to have, but if you're missing them, again, you're not missing out on much, right? Ikkaku is a good super links farmer, but we are going to get a new one eventually. Same goes for Rukia. She's a good limit breaker character, but keep in mind, every month we do get a new limit breaker character, and the next attribute to get a limit breaker character is technique or power, most likely power. So next end of month is most likely going to give us that broken power character that we've been desperately wanting. Hopefully that doesn't have the same faults that Rukia has. I don't think this is a banner that you should be going down to 0 for unless your favorite characters are Ikkaku, Gin, and Rukia. Then do what you have to do. But I would recommend maybe just doing the discounts and then move on to the next banner. Try and get these characters when they come back at a later date. Remember, they are seasonal. They are less rare when compared to 1,000-year battle characters. These characters, while it might take some time, will eventually be seen as fillers. Maybe even the anniversary. That's not guaranteed, but the possibility is there. Whether you get them now, you will eventually most likely get them. That's usually how it goes. I've been playing this game game for like 8 years now at this point. Whenever I miss out on a seasonal banner, even if I don't actively pull for them, I eventually collect them over time. So if you don't mind waiting for them, you can potentially skip this banner and get them at a later date. Again, for me, I'll be doing the 2 discounted steps in the hopes to get Ikkaku or Rukia, more specifically though Rukia, because she's actually a really good character and I do want her for Limit Breaker. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are stumbling on this banner, good luck, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.